Hey boys, welcome back to the second episode of round 2 of our Nines campaign. The new career with the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Going to be taking on the arch rival, the Roosters. And, there's always been a little bit of a rivalry there, a big rivalry. A lot of poaching, usually the Roosters poaching from the Rabbitohs. Usually the Roosters poaching from most clubs, let's be real. But the Rabbitohs Roosters rivalry has always been there, but this is a little bit more spice this year. And it's gone the other way with Latrell Mitchell going from the Sydney Roosters to the Rabbits. So I'm excited to see the game between the Roosters v Rabbitohs in real life, but we're going to be taking him on here. I almost forgot that Latrell did sign from the Roosters, so it's fun. The first couple of games here, we took on the Raiders first up, my previous career mode, which is fitting, and then the second round we're going to be taking on the Roosters, with the huge signing of Latrell Mitchell from the Roosters. So a little bit of fitting start to this career mode for sure. The Roosters, however, the main signing for them was Kyle Flanagan, to obviously replace Cooper Cronk. Now, I don't know, dude. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I really haven't seen enough of Flanagan to make too much of a judgment on him. I think without doubt the Roosters are going to be worse off as Brett Morris here streaks away. Good stop though. It was a nice little play from the Roosters with a nice offload, but they're definitely going to be worse off. And I think losing Cooper Cronk, although last couple of years Cronk, looking at his stats and all the rest of it is unfortunately right there. We were absolutely shot, and Hargraves just got a free run to the try line. Very disappointing defense. But looking at the stats and all that, Cronk definitely not a passenger, but definitely wasn't. He wasn't really controlling like he had in previous years at the Storm. Mainly leaving it up to Luke Keary, but losing Cronk is a huge thing. I mean, defensively always strong. Just the talk around the team and just all the stuff you don't see, I guess, is going to be a huge loss. So Kyle Flanagan might come and he might make more runs. He might take the game on more than Cronk did, but they're definitely going to lose a lot in my opinion. And I do think They still have good outside backs, for sure. I think Joseph Manu is tipped to have a pretty stellar year with Mitchell obviously going. I think Manu's going to be the main go-to guy. As a beautiful play there, getting it back to Cody Walker. Not the legs though to get to the try line, unfortunately. Good scramble from the Roosters. But I mean, yeah, losing Mitchell is a huge loss in anyone's books, as Damien Cook, our dummy half, scores a little solo try there, just scooting away, putting the little grubber in, and too quick for the Roosters boys. But yeah, losing that X factor out wide, because it made Keary, it made Tedesco, it made the players inside of Mitchell jobs easier. Mitchell at times very lazy. Let's be real, he could be lazy, he could be ill-disciplined, but when there's a sweeping backline play and you've got Mitchell outside, defenders have to just sort of hold off on guys like Tedesco and Keary and anyone inside, the back rower as well. They have to just sort of be a little bit more mindful, and you replace that with who's gonna play center? I don't know. I mean, apparently like Crichton was playing center in the World Club Challenge. He did get a nasty concussion. I don't know if they're gonna stick with Crichton, but I mean, if Crichton or Mitchell, I think there's obviously a lot less danger for defenses to worry about, so they can be a little bit more tight in. They can be more on top of Tedesco and Keary. So I think those guys will definitely suffer. the most. They're still going to be good regardless. They're still very, very good players. But it will be a factor without doubt. Yeah, I'm keen to see the changes and how the teams go as there's the end of the game. Really, not too much happened in the second half. We did end up losing. So yeah, bit of a nothing game. Is going to be taking on the Cowboys in round 3, finishing off our nines pool games. Obviously, the chance here to go through. It's obviously the way when this game came out, the old 9 schedule. Yeah, you had your 3 rounds. You played everyone in the pool once. The new way of doing the 9s, where you play twice in the pools. I don't know. It obviously shortens it, I guess, and streamlines the process for sure. Personally, like, if it was going to be a proper comp, like, it's a fairly unfair way to do it. Because, you know, a team, I mean, the Broncos Cowboys pool with Storm and Seagulls, that was like a really good example. The Broncos, obviously we're getting a little sidetracked with this little discussion, but just briefly, you know, the first game, Broncos Cowboys, both teams had a very strong 9s outfit. The Cowboys Broncos put their best, you know, team forward that first game. I thought it was an excellent game, that first one between the Broncos Cowboys. It was honestly outstanding. The Cowboys just came away with the win, and it left the Broncos in a tough position, because then the Seagulls smashed the Storm, so they had a huge advantage. And then basically, that was a beautiful offload, dude. That was not forward. Cookie was away too. That was unfortunate. But the Broncos had to pump the Storm, or the Cowboys had to pump the Seagulls, which, you know, it was up to them to do, as a beautiful inside play there gets it on Ethan Lowe onto Johnston. I don't know how the heck we didn't score there. But yeah, just, you know, a little bit of a not so much unfair way to do it, but I feel like not the best teams potentially going through to the finals. Because if you get a sort of unlucky draw, then, you know, you're not going to. But that's enough talk about the 9s. It's a fun tournament at the start of the year. If they don't want to change it too much, doesn't really matter too much. But that's, you know, a little takeaway from it. I guess the main point there was, this is our third game, and it's changed from a few years ago. But still 0-0 in this match. So a little bit of a, I don't know, honestly, I don't know how we didn't score in this opening half. Had a couple of great opportunities. Had a couple of nice little plays as well. Just unfortunate is Michael Morgan. Beautiful play up the middle. He's going to get the ball back to Granville to score the opening try. I say beautiful play. I did read it. I came rushing out of the line with someone because I knew they were going to pass it back to Morgan, and, you know, you can't really intercept in this game. You can sometimes if the AI just catches it, but a lot of times they just don't. They don't go for the ball, so we're sort of left high and dry right there. And we're gonna have to fight back. It's a shocking pass, but obviously just before the halftime break, looking to get something going there. But we will trail 6-0. You know, it's the 9s. We're not too fussed about that at the minute. But the Cowboys do get a chance early in the second half to further extend the lead. It's going to go back to Benny Hampton, putting in a little grubber. It's not a bad kick, and Mitchell is going to just be put into the in goal. Very, very annoying right there. It just wastes time. It gives the Cowboys possession back. Yeah, probably the worst, honestly, the worst case scenario for us. You know, it's only six points. The time shouldn't be too much of a factor. But if the Cowboys score again, it's gonna make things tough. As again, nice defense though, is the kick goes through again from Hampton, and yeah, it wasn't really. No one really knew it was on. Player was offside, hit him in the back. So fairly poor play from the Cows at the end of their set there. But we just cannot we cannot get any momentum in the second half. Every time we touch the ball, we're gifting the Cowboys good possession back. Hampton again goes for the kick. I don't know why Hampton is the... I don't know why he's the number one playmaker, but again, he puts in an absolute shocker off the boot, and Cook explodes out dummy half. He's made a nice break, gets it back to Cameron Murray now down the sideline. So finally getting our X factors into play. We've got a lot. I mean, we got some star power, so surely we can score a try. As nice little play again there, but I didn't really want Cook. I wanted like a Mitchell coming back on the inside, but you know, Cookie did an okay job for us as gets knocked down there. So we're going to get a 6 to go as Mitchell down the sideline as we cut back here. 15 minutes in, Cook our dummy half. Nice long ball out there. Should have been intercepted, but thankfully it wasn't. Still a couple of minutes to go. This is a golden opportunity. We have to come up with points here. As the long ball goes out, I did Ethan Lowe, everyone's just out of position, dude. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's lost their heads in this game. Cook our dummy half, looking for the try. He goes... I could have probably scored, but I was being a little bit greedy, trying to go for a bonus point try to get the victory. And then last tackle, we were too close to the try line. Cody Walker gets belted, turns over possession. And is this game seriously going to finish 6-0? That is a disappointing Nines match, to say the least. We really, I mean, we played poorly. What can be said? Granville man of the match. Too many errors. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.